Are you good at it? Are you good with managing your money? Are you struggling with managing your money? Do you think budgeting will help make it better? I bet you're wondering why I'm asking these questions. Hi, it's Elena of Financialdemics. I'm asking these questions because actually a friend and I had a conversation, and this friend is really good with money. Like, she's amazing with money, and I'm proud of where she is financially. But she told me she did not budget. And I've had this conversation with other people before that told me they did not budget. But some of these people who I've had this conversation with, they're good with money. I've also had this conversation with people who, it's not that you're not good with money, but it's harder for you to keep track of your spending. So I wanted to talk about the benefits of budgeting and how it could get you in a better financial position. One of the benefits of budgeting is that it keeps you on track to reach your financial goals. So when it comes to your financial goals, you're always thinking of like, oh, I want to do this or I want to do that. And you don't necessarily have a plan of how to reach that goal. The best way to start to create that plan of how to reach that goal is to really see where you stand financially at this moment. And then from there, you will create a budget based on reaching your goal. And so if you're budgeting and you're checking in with your budget, because you know I'm big on not just creating the budget, but seeing where did you fall at the end of the month or at the end of the pay period when it comes to your finances. And then it'll allow you to see like, okay, am I on track or do I need to make some adjustments because maybe I overspent or maybe something came up that I didn't expect and so I need to make a few adjustments. Another benefit is that it allows you to be able to pinpoint when your expenses get a little too high. So I just mentioned overspending. Sometimes it's not that you actually overspent. Sometimes it's because one of your expenses is significantly higher than usual, or that you have a new expense because of something unexpected happening and now you need to make some adjustments. So it actually allows you to see like, wow, I'm spending a lot on this. Or how I like to say is I'm paying a lot to these people. I don't like spending a lot of money and giving it to people, not for bills. Now, if it's for something for me, that's one thing. And yes, bills are for me. But bills, y'all know how bills are. Y'all know what I'm saying. Nobody wants to give their money for bills. Okay, that's not what we want to do. So by budgeting, you will really be able to see this is what my expenses are. They're kind of high. What adjustments can I make? And if you can't make adjustments to your expenses, it may just be a situation to make you realize you need to make more money. Another benefit of budgeting is that it really just gives you clarity and releases some of that financial stress you have. Even though life can be stressful and maybe your current financial situation is stressful, sometimes by budgeting, you're able to really see, okay, if I do this and I stick to the plan, I can reach this particular goal or reach this point in this time frame. And just knowing that, getting that clarity, relieves some of the financial stress because you do have a plan. It is hard to continue to go through life stressed about your finances, but you don't know what to do and you don't have an idea of how to get out. And so budgeting can help give you some sort of clarity on what you need to do next. Another benefit is that you are in control of your money. You know approximately how much money you have coming in and what is going out and what you actually want to do with that money. So having that type of control and actually dictating how you want to spend that money is a powerful thing. It also allows for you to plan for the nice things, because a lot of times people think budgets are just for like bills, but you can put in your brunches, you can put in your fun purchases, you can put in your travel, you can put in those goals, those financial things you want to do into your budget. It actually makes it easier because you know you have the money. You know you have the money because you budgeted for it. Another benefit of budgeting is that it can actually help you manage and pay off your debt, but it also can help you stay out of debt. And this is how. So with budgeting, you're going to include those debt payments into your budget. And so you're going to be able to see how much I'm putting to debt. Do I have extra money to pay towards debt? And then you can also see if something comes up because you do budget well, whether or not you have the money for it in cash, and you can actually use cash to pay for that expense instead of putting it maybe on your credit card. Another benefit of budgeting is that it also helps you save and invest. You can have a savings and investment amount in your budget, and that helps you pay yourself first and make sure that you are investing so that you are creating that extra wealth and know that you have the money to do it. A lot of times we don't think we have the money because we don't budget for the money, but the money actually exists. And if you put it in your budget and then take the action to actually put that money in your savings or contribute to your investment account, then you're able to actually achieve that goal you have for yourself. Another benefit of your budget is that it helps you understand your spending habits. One thing I realized about myself once I started budgeting was I started realizing the highs and lows in the periods where I spend more money and periods when I spend less money. When you're actually budgeting for what you're going to spend, and then you actually go back and reconcile what you actually spent for the pay period or for the month, you'll really see like, okay, during this time of year, maybe I'm spending more on eating out. Maybe I need to include some of that in my budget. Maybe I'm spending more on clothing for the kids. Maybe around this time, I typically like to travel. Maybe I need to set up a gift sinking fund because I'm buying a lot of gifts around this time of year. It just gives you a lot of clarity on what you spend on. It also gives you clarity that you like to pick up little things from the store. I don't know about you, but that Target dollar spot, yeah. That Target dollar spot can get you. And I didn't realize that until I started looking at my expenses and how I was spending more in a certain category. And when I started looking back on what I was spending on, because I was also tracking my expenses, that Target dollar spot was getting me. I mean, the dollar spot is it's official though, but you know, you gotta reel that in sometimes. Also, when you are budgeting, probably one of the best benefits that come from it is you become more organized. You have a better idea of where you stand financially. You have a better idea of what your accounts look like, how to access that information. You also have more clarity, which we've already mentioned clarity, but you have more clarity in the middle. So that time between when you first do your budget and the time between when the next time you do your budget or the next time that you go and you analyze how you spent your money, you have an idea of where you fall, because typically you know what bills have already ran, you know approximately how much those bills are, and you'll become amazed at the fact that you'll start to remember these things like, okay, this bill is about this much, there should be about this much in my account. You also may become more organized because you decide from budgeting that you want to set up a separate bill account just to run your bills through, and then have a separate account for your actual personal money and spending money. And so that'll allow you to be able to manage your money a little bit better, be more organized, and that also, you know, clears the mind and gets all that stuff from being jumbled in your brain and trying to figure it out when you are not in that place at the moment. If you are a budgeter, tell me, how have you benefited from budgeting? If you are not a person who budgets, but you are looking to start budgeting, what benefit would you like to achieve from doing so? If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, share it with your friend, because we all want to make sure we get our money right. And if you are looking to learn how to budget, then check out this video right here.